A special good morning to you, our viewers watching on air and online. We are live on NTN, coming to you from the studios of the Government Information Service from the Uranora House. This is the St. Lucia COVID-19 response report for this morning. Thank you once again for joining us. My name is Jessie Leonce, and I'm joined in studio by my colleague, Mr. Carlton Cyril, widely known as Cokes. Good morning, Cokes.
Bonjour Jessie, bonjour Saint Lucie. Vous écoutez nous l'autre pays sur Internet. Nous ici à headquarters Vermin COVID-19 GIS Studio. Qu'on la coutume nous avons au développement qu'on a fait, nous avons information, c'est rapport. Nous toujours apprécier l'oreille puis nous ou ka coûter. Bien bonjour pour aujourd'hui c'est le 24 avril vendredi. Nous avons commencé à information et développement. Nous bon matin. Nous apprécions tellement présence pour vous écouter nous sur radio ou être en écoute.
Things continue to be fortuitous for St. Lucia in terms of COVID-19. Today, the 24th of April, Friday, we have a special delivery in the building. We have the Republic of China, Taiwan, making a special donation of medical supplies to the people, the government and people of St. Lucia. We do expect that donation presentation to be made shortly. This will be done between the Prime Minister, the Honorable Prime Minister of St. Lucia, and representatives of the Republic of China, Taiwan. Meantime, just want to let you know that it's been confirmed the House of Parliament has passed has approved of the motion to extend the state of emergency to May 31st. We have been in a state of emergency since March, and it continues in an effort to better manage the spread of COVID-19 in St. Lucia. Just to let you know, during this time, only essential and approved businesses will be allowed to open. Daily curfew continues to apply from 7 p.m. till 5 a.m. and please continue to practice social distancing and frequent personal sanitation. Also remember to wear your respiratory mask when out in public. Cokes and I were in the city twice this week for the sitting of the Upper and Lower House of Parliament, and we did see quite a few people wearing their masks, abiding by the rules. There are a few persons who aren't, but that's okay. We do encourage you to do that, but all in all, we can see that the general public, the population, when heading out, they're abiding by the rules of this state of emergency. So thank you so much. And just to let you know also, in addition to hardware stores, manufacturers and owners of home and convenience stores who produce and sell essential items, permission has been granted for retailers and distributors of computers and office supplies, except furniture, to commence operation from Tuesday, April 21st. The Ministry of Commerce urges businesses to visit their website, commerce.gov.lc, for the application form and other relevant documents to get permission for business operation on the island during the state of emergency. This state of affairs remains until the Prime Minister deems otherwise, the Prime Minister announces otherwise at this point. We have since received the news that we've had 100% recovery of the 15 individuals that have been diagnosed with COVID-19 here in St. Lucia. The 2 that were repatriated to the United Kingdom, they have since recovered. We got news last week that 11 of those in St. Lucia being treated had recovered, and just this week the last 2 that were diagnosed with COVID-19 in St. Lucia have recovered, received a clean bill of health and discharged from the respiratory hospital, discharged from isolation. So kudos to St. Lucia on that. We'd like to again, it comes flowing in. Thank you very much to our frontliners. We heard at Parliament during the upper sitting of the House, the Senate, that a call was made for more tangible appreciation to be shown to our frontliners by way of a bonus or what have you, or cash, you know. But we in the meantime, this is going to come, and definitely there is some level of consideration being paid to that. But in the meantime, we tell you many thanks for all of the work that has been done so far with regard to health, our first responders, all in an effort to contain COVID-19 in St. Lucia. We have a press release from the public service from the Department of Labor. It's a public service announcement, and I'm going to read it out. As an agency of the state, the Department of Labor is committed to the national effort in fighting the COVID-19 dilemma. Therefore, we have adopted the policies and protocols issued by the state regarding the state of emergency, partial shutdown of economic activities, including the social distancing practices. Therefore, out of an abundance of caution and to protect staff and the general public, it is hereby advised that as a precautionary measure, the department has suspended its face-to-face interactions with the public until further notice. However, in an effort to continue providing service to our customers, the department wishes to advise the public that officers of the department can be reached at telephone numbers listed here. The Industrial Relations Unit, 720-8445, 720-8437, 720-8436, 716-1934, and 720-8429. For work permits, you can contact this number, 716-2153. For occupational safety and health, you can call 460-0808 or 720-1832. For the Employment and Canadian Farm Program, we did mention that in a press release earlier this week, the Department of Labor wished to inform all farm workers scheduled to travel to Canada for 2020 to 2021 to contact the staff of the employment unit via email. The farm workers are asked to call one of the following telephone numbers between 8:30 to 4 p.m. 722-0681, 720-1937, or 716-0857. Any additional queries for the Department of Labor can be sent to the email address labordepartmentslu@gmail.com. Today is World Intellectual Property Day. World Intellectual Property Day is scheduled for Sunday, April 26th. April 26th. And the theme for World Intellectual Property Day is Innovate for a Green Future. The Registry of Companies and Intellectual Property, through the Attorney General's Chambers, is pleased to inform the public that on Sunday, April 26, 2020, World Intellectual Property Day will be observed under the theme Innovate for a Green Future. And the day was established by the World Intellectual Property Organization, WIPO, in 2000 to raise awareness of how patents, copyright, trademarks, and designs impact on daily life, and to celebrate creativity and the contribution made by creators and innovators to the development of societies across the globe. And in conjunction, in light of the coronavirus pandemic and the need to keep everyone safe and well, this organization has not organized any physical events to mark that observance. However, the organization has encouraged the World Intellectual Property Day community to move celebrations to virtual channels. The registry will play its part in pursuing innovative ways of building awareness among the citizenry by virtual and other means. World IP Day 2020 puts innovation and the IP rights that support it at the heart of efforts to create a green future, because the choices we make today will shape our tomorrow. The earth is our home and we need to care for it. So a press release there from the Attorney General's Chambers. World Intellectual Property Day scheduled for April 26th, 2020, with the theme Innovate for a Green Future. Carlton?
Merci tellement, Jesse. Encore nous avons bonjour et merci pour écouter nous. Information en nous n'est pas bon matin. Plus tard en programme nous avons Taiwan qui a fait une présentation équipement médical by Saint-Lucie. Nous avons ça après coup. Nous supposons ni premier ministre là pour recevoir ça. Aussi monde qui promet pour bailler l'argent pour assister par téléphone, c'est monde ça yo aussi et ici à quoi ça c'est pour venir plus tard. À part de l'autre nous avons parlé avec Dr. Radix aussi, et à sous téléphone et puis nous. Quand on a développement et information, vous brisez savent, là où t'es qu'à côté nous, ou quand ils savent Parlement joindre, et puis ni le parlement hen et puis c'est représentatif là décision point que vous information ça bay sénat là hen hier au Kaïsav et puis parmi bagay qui était à discuter c'est là venu pour ajouter temps là venu pour étayer des soukou à nous au Kaïsav nous ba état soukou as a résultat des vermines Covid quoi là il trouvé quoi ajouter qu'a commencé les 27 pour les 31 mai trouvé quoi informé les 27 pour les 31 mai qui veut dire nous ka été en dedans toujours curfew ka continuer il ka commencé 7h au soir pour 5h bon matin encore celle raison supposée dehors c'est si on pour aller amasser bagay essential bagay ou briser c'est ça seulement nous encourageons encore pour wete caillou si on ni pour sortir dehors encore information bien claire mettez masou là où en place business faire assurer la main sanitize li là où ka doubout à son yon ligne ou supposé faire assurer ou hen et bon chebe distance social là qui c'est 6 pieds et puis nous continuellement ka di moun ça là ka servi masla c'est pas un toys ou supposé chebe masla en boutli en code là pas mais devant parce que vermine c'est ça qu'on empêche il faire aller en bouche changer ça messieurs dames nous ka combattre les affaires vermine Covid toujours on ka savent les mêmes mots de paroles ça premier ministre là et puis ministre qui est responsable pour commerce en Saint-Lucie qu'il faut ou public là savent yo jamais permission pour boutique place qui a vendre équipement comme computer laptop et puis c'est électronique ça yo jamais permission pour vendre pour ouvert et ça a commencé ça a commencé le 21 mardi le 21 avril quand trouvé qu'on informé c'est place ça qui a un computer laptop et puis c'est équipement ça yo jahen permission pour ouvert mais pas oublier manière ça qu'a fait permission ou supposé faire une application du ministre de commerce yo habay adresse à sur internet là qui c'est commerce.gov.lc là où ni pour faire application même si le gouvernement dit c'est place ça qui est ouvert mais ou ni pour voir application en dedans et yo kay ba ou permission ça faire assurer ou suivre monsieur protocole qui a vini puis ça ka continuer puis information que ça ka sorti hard ministre qui responsable pour infrastructure pour nous là vini pour énergie et puis pour travail en Saint-Lucie là yo ka fait annoncement pour dire as a résultat des 20 000 Covid là ou ka savent tout département gouvernement jamais été bagay en place pour suivre protocole et ben département qui responsable pour affaire travail en cette liste infrastructure à part de l'autre bagay car yo même ja adopté ces policies avec gide qui bail par pays pas du temps nous aller pas du temps nous aller de taille et soukoua pour raison ça yo ka dit yo teni pour faire adjustment et puis travailler yo pour protéger yo et puis pour protéger public là pour ça yo ka ba ou avertissement yo ka dou les vini pour yo ka précaire pour yo asu fijay pour fijay interaction ça yo ha de boutli pour ça yo ka do mise ça qui ja mette en place mise comme ça yo ka ba au service qu'on yon customer les vini pour département les vini pour hen en contacter et puis c'est officier yo quand là c'est les mois yo ha bay les vini pour qui ni pièce question industrielle relation pièce bagay pour faire puis travailler union c'est bagay ça c'est les mois c'est 7D0 8 445 et ben 7D0 8 yon excusez-moi 8 3 8 et ben 7D0 excusez-moi 8 4 3 7 7D0 8 4 3 6 et ben 7 yon 6 yon 9 3 4 pour moun qui veut permis pour travail 7 yon 6 D yon 5 3 les vini pour sauveter ou les vini pour bagay santé yo ka do li mois c'est 460 08 08 et ben 7D0 yon 8 3D Pour vous qui voulez des affaires employment, et bien vous qui engagez là venir pour travail ces gens qui engagés puis travail émigré Canada, yo cadeau là limoa c'est 716 0857 720 937. Et bien sur les pièces l'autre conseil yo cadeau ou peut envoyer adresse par email labordepartment@gmail.com. Ça c'est information qui a sorti hot infrastructure et puis pas dit l'autre bagaille ministre qui est responsable pour port, ministre qui est responsable pour travail en Saint-Lucie. Évidemment là venu pour le 26 avril au cas ça c'est jour qui a trouvé quoi observé par la terre. Un titre là yo ka célébrer innovation pour un place qui est pli meilleur, un place qui pli naturel. Ça yo kouye World Intellectual Property Day. Ça c'est pour monde qui ka vinn avec invention bagay, monde qui ka hen permission avec monde qui ni droit par loi pour ou pas reproduire travail yo. Quand ça ka trouvé quoi ka célébrer qui ka sorti hard office attorney general qui a dit tout le monde ça l'année ça yo kay célébrer différent as a result de COVID. Merci tellement nous kay point en pause les nouvier nous ni plus information avec développement ba ou.
Thanks for that, Carlton. Just to go over quickly before our break, 100% recovery of 15 diagnosed cases here on island. We have no positive registered cases here on island, something to be very grateful and thankful for. But we were not resting on our laurels. We do encourage you to continue to abide by the protocols as outlined by the authorities. The Royal St. Lucia Police Force says it is prepared to continue enforcing the laws as it regards to COVID-19, the state of emergency. 30 were arrested initially and another 26 were arrested in the last week. We encourage you to stay on the right side of the law as we continue to combat COVID. So do stay on the right side of the law. Do keep safe in your going out and coming in. We do sympathize with those who have lost relatives so far, both here, not due to COVID on island, but here and abroad due to COVID-19. Sorry. We do sympathize with everyone who've lost loved ones so far and have not been able to grieve as they want and getting the closure that they need in terms of proper burial and so on. But we do hope that that you can get through as best as possible. Also, sympathy is going out to those who've lost relatives due to COVID-19 abroad. We encourage you at this time. Do stay tuned. When we come back, we do have a donation of medical supplies, a special donation, special delivery in the house of medical supplies from the Republic of China, Taiwan. Oh my God.
Break.
The Royal St. Lucia Police Force wishes to thank the individuals and institutions who have contributed towards the success of the St. Lucia Frontline Workers COVID-19 Response Telephone.
A special thank you goes out to the Government of St. Lucia, the organizing committee, the donors who contributed generously towards obtaining personal protective equipment for frontline workers and sustaining the National Meals Program.
To Corporate St. Lucia, the people and friends of St. Lucia, here and abroad, who contributed financially and in kind, through well wishes, thoughts and prayers.
The Royal St. Lucia Police Force extends its gratitude for helping to keep us safe, to keep you safe.
Together let us win this war. Be a soldier for St. Lucia. Together let us win this war. St. Lucia be a soldier. Together we can beat this corona.
St. Lucia ka registre vermin corona. Ek I ka fait mouvement ek an chay vitesse tan. Chaque canef ka kouye pour vigilance publique la. Fait wolo. Parler en place publique qu'on bol en main. Base, ti boutique, changer, distance sociale, 6 pieds, hot yon à l'autre. I ka travail tan, si ou senti ko pa cordial, quarantine ko, partware contact et puis l'autre, en cas ou te toi pe exposé. Si on est couillé, free one ou ben n'importe clinique yo pou. Les pays a dimi à clé, ça veut dire les supermarkets, pharmacies et puis ATM, yo accessible avant c'était souhait. Pays à clé en plein, ça veut dire tout bagay fermé à 24 heures. Servi protocole comme sorti par bureau indication santé. Nous tout ensemble, ça sauver vermine corona. Si nous tous servi Jidla à toutes les.
Together let us win this war. St. Lucia be a soldier. Together we can beat this corona.
Welcome back to this morning's program. Thank you so much for staying tuned. If you're just joining us, a special good morning to you, listening and watching on air and online. My name is Jessie Leonce and I'm joined in by Carlton Cyril. And with this morning's COVID-19 response report, we have a special delivery in the building. We have a donation from the Republic of China, Taiwan. We can expect government ministers, the Honorable Prime Minister Alan Chasney, the Health and Wellness Minister, the Honorable Mary Isaac, as well as the Ambassador from the Republic of China, Taiwan, Ambassador His Excellency Douglas Shen, to make this morning's presentation. In the meantime, we just want to go over some of the facts that have emerged this week. 100% recovery rate of COVID-19 cases here on island. We have seen all 15 of the cases since do well. They've gotten a clean bill of health and they've since been discharged. Well, the 13 that were at the respiratory hospital, formerly Victoria, they have since been discharged from isolation there and received a clean bill of health, allowed to return to the general population. Also, the 2 that had been repatriated to the United Kingdom, they have since received a clean bill of health as well. And we're hoping to not get any new cases of COVID-19. It's what the efforts so far have been geared towards, managing the spread of COVID-19 on island. Also, there have been, from April 10th, we've had no new cases. So we've been on this streak from April 10th of registering no new cases of COVID-19 in St. Lucia. A special our hearts go out to those who have relatives who have succumbed abroad in the diaspora. We got word from Dr. Joycelyn Clark Fletcher this week that up to 23 individuals St. Lucian nationals had perished in the diaspora due to COVID-19. 17 in New York, 1 from Switzerland, 1 from the United Kingdom, and 1 from New Jersey. So we do sympathize with the families who've lost loved ones in the diaspora. 30 persons were arrested earlier on during the state of emergency, and 26 more between the week 16th to the 21st of April were later arrested and charged for violations under the state of emergency. We encourage you to stay on the right side of the law, continue to abide by the rules and regulations outlined by the authorities under the state of emergency, so we can all come on over after the COVID-19 experience intact. Carlton?
Merci tellement, Jesse. Encore, nous allons continuer. Nous allons bienvenue pour vous qui a écouté nous. Information ici à Headquarters COVID-19 Studio GIS. Non, moi c'est Carlton Cyril, primaire connaître Cooks. Information nous ka ba ou là vini pour état de secours ici au kay savent ça j'ai trouvé quoi ajouter il kay monter pour juste les 31 sénat là passé qui a accepté parmi l'autre bagay au kay savent 10 jours information dernière information nous ja ouais date qui l'année 10 jours doit personne pas aimer trouver quoi testé positive pour vermine COVID là, ça c'est bonne nouvelle. Aussi 15 ans nous t'hania dévier l'Angleterre yo repatrié nous teni dès qui était en isolation c'est moun ça après des tests négatifs vie c'est moun ça yo même ha recouvert qui a fait Saint Lucie 100% recouvert nous pas ni personne qui ni vermine COVID là pour à présent. En bonne nouvelle tout bonnement mais encore avertissement qu'a vié ou ka yo ka dou souple nous poko fini ça pas veut dire bagay qu'a vié normal continuer faire ça aussi poser faire ba réfugié et puis massou wete kayou c'est ça qui plus important vermine n'a pas ka marcher moun qui ka marcher et là nan chay moun qui peut-être ni vermine n'a yo pas ka monter pièce sindeli quand c'est yon c'est raison yo ka dou traiter tout moun comme si yo né là en public mettez masque là ça c'est en loi là où du bout de business du bout 6 pieds hod yon moun ça c'est loi là on dit dans place là yo kan encourage expressement là vinn gen bagay faire assis au janon liste faire assis au fait vitement ou sortir pour vier caillou encore 20 minutes pas ka marcher moun qui ka marcher laver la main point sanitizer laver la main et faire ça ou ni pour faire encore nous ici et puis Saint-Lucie nous ka sipater puis moun qui j'appelle famille gens parce que en yon manière ban l'autre nous tout a tout fait qu'on nous affecté là nous t'ai parlé plus bonheur en semaine nous t'ai parlé et puis docteur Joycelyn clac là et puis il dit nous là vini pour gens l'autre pays c'est lui qui est responsable pour affaire Saint-Lucie sécurité l'autre pays il a dit nous à peu près 24 moun jamais parmi New York New Jersey l'Angleterre et yo juste ni en Switzerland il a dit et c'est moun ça a tout passé nous rappelle c'est moun ça et qui aussi ban nous information pour dire là ni à peu près 107 lycéens l'autre pays qui a testé positif ça qui la caillou ça qui en l'hôpital et parmi ces moun ça qui sorti l'Angleterre l'Amérique il a dit nous juste babad nous ni simple lycéens qui ni COVID-19 quoi trouver quoi informé information là qu'a venir pour parmi l'autre bagaille vitement on savent qu'on nous te doit avant nous propose là nous ni ici à présent en dit dans studio équipement en présentation ça qu'a trouvé quoi fait par embassy Taiwan République Taiwan yoka banou équipement médical ou une plus information à tout ça et puis c'est mon qui permet pour assister les vini pour téléphone là nous ka c'est moun ça ka vini quoi information là-bas ou messieurs dames nous ka do return écoute information c'est rapport nous ka ba oui.
Thanks for that, Carlton. Just this week, we saw the sitting of the Honorable House, the upper and lower this week. The Honorable Prime Minister brought forward a motion to extend the state of emergency to the 31st of May, and that has now gone through. Just to go back on the sitting yesterday of the Upper House, we saw the Senator Mary Isaac speaking on the importance of the state of emergency amid this COVID-19 crisis. And if I can quote her, she emphasized restricting liberties in order to protect public health, and that is what the state of emergency is all about. We saw the opposition Senator Gideon Ferdinand speaking about needing to channel our resources to reward our frontliners for risking their lives in responding to COVID-19. He said we need to find a tangible, a meaningful way to show our appreciation to them. And these very sentiments were echoed by the Honorable Minister, Senator Francis. He also stated that he hopes that this can be considered in the future for our frontliners. So the word continuing, and I think everybody is in agreement that it is important that we take certain measures. Even the opposition, the parliamentary opposition, can agree that it is important that we take certain measures to protect our population here on island. Again, our sympathies are going out to, and it was stated by several parliamentarians, an outpouring of sympathies to those who have lost their loved ones in the diaspora, as well as commendations to the frontliners. If you're just joining us, a special good morning to you. We can expect any time now for a special handover, special presentation to be made this morning in studio by the Republic of China, Taiwan. The Ambassador Douglas Shen will be making a presentation to the government representatives. I believe it will be the Honorable Prime Minister Alan Shastney, as well as the Health Minister, Senator Mary Isaac. And we can already see the boxes of medical supplies to my left. They're on display preparing for the presentation to come. Quite a few modern equipment, pieces of equipment there to help in the fight against COVID-19, temperature detecting machines and so on. We can look forward to an explanation from the Republic of China, Taiwan ambassador, as well as a show of appreciation from the Honorable Prime Minister and Minister of Health and Wellness, Senator Mary Isaac. We are now due for another break. When we come back, we proceed with this morning's very special presentation.
With a virus ready to harm us. Panic is not the answer. We can win this together.
Often use hand sanitizer, better yet use soap and water.
We must protect each other if we are to beat this corona.
Together let us win this war. Be a soldier for St. Lucia. Together let us win this war. Be a soldier, together we can beat this corona.
So you don't become the next case. Avoid touching your face. I'm sure you've been told so. Handshakes and hugging around, no.
Advice give you the please. Cover your mouth and your nose if you cough or sneeze.
Practice social distancing and avoid large social gatherings.
Together let us win this war. Be a soldier for St. Lucia. Together let us win this war. St. Lucia, be a soldier. Together we can beat this corona.
For further information, please contact the hotline at 311 or the Bureau of Health Education at 468-5349.
Babies to the elderly, no one's been spared. It's a state of emergency. Everyone is running scared. But like a knight in shining armor, you've been there. We can see a brighter tomorrow because you have. Thanks for working on the front line. You bring us home. Thanks for working on the front line. Don't know how you cope. Thanks for working on the front line. My angels in disguise. we pray to all those who are departed, to give their lives to serve, for being so kind-hearted. Blessings you deserve. Thanks for working on the front line. You bring us home. Thanks for working on the front line. Don't know how you cope. Thanks for working on the front line. My angels in disguise. Thanks for working on the front line. You bring tears of joy to my eyes. So many workers we don't see, all a part of this fight. Like all the cleaners and security who work day and night. Food suppliers and pharmacies who medicate us wrong. So many more to add to the list who responded to the call. There's no greater love than God's love in this land. Yes, He's watching us from up above. He's your biggest fan. Thanks for working on the front line. You bring us home. Thanks for working on the front line. Don't know how you cope. Thanks for working on the front line. My angels in disguise. Thanks for working on the front line. You bring tears of joy to my eyes. Thanks for working on the front line. You bring us home. Thanks for working on the front line. Don't know how you cope. Thanks for working on the front line. My angels in disguise. Thanks for working. You bring tears of joy to my eyes.
We at war with the virus.
The Royal St. Lucia Police Force wishes to thank the individuals and institutions who have contributed towards the success of the St. Lucia Frontline Workers COVID-19 Response Telephone.
A special thank you goes out to the government of St. Lucia, the organizing committee, the donors who contributed generously towards obtaining personal protective equipment for frontline workers and sustaining the national meals program.
To corporate St. Lucia, the people and friends of St. Lucia, here and abroad, who contributed financially and in kind, through well wishes, thoughts and prayers.
The Royal St. Lucia Police Force extends its gratitude for helping to keep us safe, to keep you safe.
Together let us win this war. Be a soldier for St. Lucia. Together let us win this war. St. Lucia, be a soldier. Together we can beat this corona.
Babies to the elderly, no one's been spared. It's a state of emergency. Everyone is running scared. But like a knight in shining armor, you've been there. We can see a brighter tomorrow because you're here. Thanks for working on the front line. You bring us home. Thanks for working on the front line. Don't know how you cope. Thanks for working on the front line. My angels in disguise. all the cleaners and security who work day and night, food suppliers and pharmacies who medicate us all, so many more to add to the list who responded to the call. There's no greater love than God's love in this land. Yes, He's watching us from above. He's your biggest fan. Thanks for working on the front line. You bring us home. Thanks for working on the front line. Don't know how you cope. Thanks for working on the front line. My angels in disguise. Thanks for working on the front line. You bring tears of joy to my eyes. Thanks for working on the front line. You bring us home. Thanks for working on the front line. Don't know how you cope. Thanks for working on the front line. My angels in disguise. Thanks for working on the front line. You bring tears of joy to my eyes.
Just COVID-19 response report. If you're just joining us, you're just in time to witness a special presentation, a donation of medical supplies to the government and people of St. Lucia from the Republic of China, Taiwan. I now hand over to the Honorable Prime Minister, Alan Chasney.
Good morning, everyone. And first of all, I'm going to allow the Minister of Health, who is receiving these benefits, to maybe introduce what we're going to be doing here this morning.
Thank you, Honorable Prime Minister. Good morning, everybody. Good day, St. Lucia. What we are doing here this morning is we are accepting a gift, a donation of supplies, PPE, and an electronic equipment that's going to detect temperatures as people come into the airport or anywhere else. And this is what we are doing. This is a very important donation from the government and people of Taiwan. And we want to say thank you very much to Ambassador Shin, who's here with us this morning. As you know, this is part of our COVID response, and it is wonderful when our diplomatic corps kicks in to assist us in St. Lucia to deal with this virus in those challenging times. I want to say that we are very grateful. Taiwan has made, this is the second donation, that Taiwan is making to the government and people of St. Lucia. The first donation was one in cash, a check, because at the time they could not have brought in equipment because all borders were closed. So this is the first of many physical shipments that we are getting, because they flew this in record time. I think that came in via DHL, Ambassador. And at a time when I thought, because of the closed borders, we would not be able to get this very important shipment, they have been able to, within record time, ship this, and here it is in St. Lucia for the people of St. Lucia. This is very emotional for me, because I'm thinking that this is going to help us to open our borders faster than we really would have been able to if we had to do it on our own. So I want to thank the people and government of Taiwan. I want to thank the Ambassador of Taiwan and his staff who are here in St. Lucia. They've always been very quick to come to our assistance. And again, you are seeing where they have come and assisted us in those challenging times of need. So I want to thank you very much. And our Honorable Prime Minister, of course, is always there to support us when it comes to healthcare. I want to thank you very much, Honorable Prime Minister. This is just getting very overwhelming for me, because when I see so many people who are chipping in to assist us in St. Lucia, our diplomatic corps, our corporate sponsors, I want to say thank you to everybody, and thanks to our St. Lucian public who are continuing to follow the distancing protocols and, of course, wearing the mask. Thank you.
Good morning, Honorable Prime Minister and Honorable Minister. Minister just mentioned that the mask is come on time. Actually, this mask should arrive 2 weeks earlier, but because the whole world now is in a mess, the transportation is delayed. But luckily, we finally got these 40,000 pieces of mask in St. Lucia. So today, I'm so honored and privileged to attend this ceremony and hand over this PPE, including mask and also this body temperature scanner, 6 set to St. Lucia government and to my St. Lucia good friends. For many years, Taiwan been St. Lucia's good friends, and I've been here in St. Lucia as ambassador for more than 3 years. And I experienced myself that St. Lucia is such a beautiful country under the leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister. But no matter who is the ambassador, or no matter who is the Prime Minister or Minister, we don't have this kind of experience to face this so-called COVID-19, this terrible virus before. So St. Lucia is Taiwan's one of the most important allies in this world. And the Taiwan people and the Taiwanese government appreciate St. Lucia's support for Taiwan's participate in many, many international organizations, including World Health Organization. And when we experience this kind of a virus, we know how important the participate of the WHO it is. So we thank you, St. Lucia, for your support before, and we expect, and I believe you will expect, you'll keep supporting Taiwan to participate the World Health Organization, because we always say that there's no borders for disease. Okay, if no participate with Taiwan, there will be a leak in the whole world or virus disease protection. So I would like to reiterate again, Taiwan should participate in the World Health Organization, and we believe Taiwan can help, and Taiwan is now helping, now here in St. Lucia. Finally, I would like to wish that all my St. Lucian people, all my St. Lucian friends, stay safe, and I do believe under the great leadership of the Honorable Prime Minister Ellen Chestnut, we will overcome this virus battle, and we will fight it, we will overcome it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Chen. And on behalf of my cabinet and the people of St. Lucia, let me say thank you for this incredibly generous donation. 40,000 masks at a time like this is very, very, very important to the efforts that we continue with COVID. I want to also congratulate the minister and her ministry for an incredible feat in that St. Lucia is one of the 3 countries that has now all COVID patients have recovered, and also so far, knock on wood, that we have not had any fatalities here in St. Lucia. And that is an incredible achievement, Minister. And I want to really congratulate you and your team and your CMO and their team and the contact tracers and the ministry, the nurses and the doctors and everyone who have been very emotional about this. And when I was putting my cabinet together and I was trying to decide who the Minister of Health could be, and one of the things I realized that we needed in the Ministry of Health was somebody with tremendous amount of empathy, but also a person who was going to get their hands dirty and be behind the scenes and helping. And certainly, Minister, you have never disappointed me when it comes to that. And the leadership that you have shown at the Ministry of Health is very, very much appreciated. In terms of our very good friends in Taiwan, I want to really say, Ambassador, that from the get-go, you and I had a conversation when COVID first came out in Wuhan. And we talked about if there was ever a time for Taiwan to be a member of WHO, now was the time. I mean, Wuhan was right on the borders of Taiwan, and certainly Asia was on the front line of battling COVID. And this is a great example where Taiwan's participation would have benefited the world. Taiwan has been a leader, an exemplary leader in fighting COVID. And it's their experiences that I think that would have benefited the rest of the world. And particularly countries like St. Lucia have benefited from your advice significantly. And I'm really hoping that the WHO and its members will be able to put politics aside. As far as we're concerned, Taiwan remains in control of its own space. It has a democratic government, it has its own currency, it controls its own airspace, it has elections on an annual basis. And there's no doubt that there is a dispute between mainland China and Taiwan. But we're saying that while that dispute is being settled, things like aviation and also health, as well as climate change, these issues affect all of us and do not discriminate against who you are. And therefore, we should work collaboratively together while we continue to solve all of the other differences. And there are many differences in the world on disputes about many borders in the world. This is not a new phenomenon for us. And I'm certainly, from a humanitarian perspective, pleading to all of the countries in the world that when it comes to the WHO, when it comes to IATA, and when it comes to climate change, that we need to bring everybody to the table. And certainly Taiwan, as I said before, has been an exemplary example for all of us in terms of how to be able to deal with COVID. I say that because it could have equally been the other way. It could have been that the COVID had started in Taiwan. And because Taiwan was not a member of WHO, it would have been much more difficult to have detected and for the WHO to have been as active as they are. It means that they would have been a threat. Praise the Lord that that was not the case. But it could have easily been the case. And therefore, there is even more rationale for including Taiwan as a member of WHO. And I want to reassure the ambassador and to please pass on to President Tsai that St. Lucia will continue to be a voice at all of the international organizations to make this special appeal on behalf of Taiwan. Thank you. The significance of today is that we have 40,000 masks. And as we indicated in the fundraiser that we did, we're not out of the woods as yet, my fellow St. Lucians. COVID is a very elusive virus and can all of a sudden find itself in our midst. As long as it exists globally, there's always going to be the potential that we're going to get COVID. We've certainly been effective in what we have done, but we do not want for any moment to rest on our laurels. I think by us being here present today, wearing masks, is again a very subtle reminder that the fight is not over yet with COVID. So another piece of equipment that's very important to hear today is the electronic detector. So it's a camera that detects body heat. And this is a very simple piece of technology that certainly makes the processing of hundreds of people much easier that are coming into a location. One of those locations is into the hospital. Another location is into the airports. And I want to say that the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Tourism, along with regional organizations, have been working the last couple of weeks to be able to come up with a plan to reopen our borders. I was very privileged recently that my OECS colleagues have asked me to lead a group to come up with the protocols on how we're going to be able to reopen our borders. Sadly, the economic situation here is exacerbated by the fact that our income has dropped from $100 million a month to $28 million this month. This is a 70% drop in income. This is something that has been seen all over the world. I mean, I remember Ambassador Chen, when I spoke to him early about the impacts of COVID, he gave me one statistic. He said, well, Prime Minister, At our airport, we would normally receive around 150,000 passengers a day. And as we were speaking, they were down to 9,000 passengers a day. That's a massive economic impact, which is very difficult for anyone to be able to recover from. As benevolent as the world can be, given so many countries, United States, Canada, Europe, UK, all of our normal allies are also under stress in the world. We can't sit here and think that somebody is going to rescue St. Lucia. Certainly I believe countries have shown the willingness to do some things to help us, but we're going to have to help ourselves. And in order to replace the loss of 70% of St. Lucia's revenue is going to require substantial rationing on our part and tough decisions to be able to move forward. And one of those has been our negotiations with the unions. But certainly we recognize that it's impossible for us to replace the funds that we've lost from tourism. And so therefore, getting our borders open is critical. And this piece of technology will certainly assist in the protocols that we're going to be establishing in place to make sure that we protect St. Lucians in our community, St. Lucians who are going to be working at the hotels, and also our guests who are coming, to make sure that we do as much screening as possible and learn from our experiences so far of social distancing and contact tracing. So I can't even begin to thank you, Ambassador, in your country, for this very generous donation and the timeliness of this donation, and certainly the part that people do not see is the technical support and advice that you continue to provide us. Our ambassador in Taiwan gets weekly briefings from a host of technical persons in Taiwan of best practices, and he's able to transmit that back home, and it has been a significant influence on our own protocol positions, and I just want to thank you very much. I also want to take this opportunity while we're here again to thank the Ministry of Health for the incredible generosity they showed to Martinique. The hospitals in Martinique had run out of a particular medicine. We had that medicine in storage, and I think both Dominica and St. Lucia made a significant contribution. And Minister, I received a letter from President Marie-Jean this morning thanking us for our timely intervention. And it's very heartwarming that St. Lucia would be in a position to help out our friends in Martinique, particularly in the area of health, because of the incredible generosity and support that they've given to St. Lucians over many years. And so it's really gratifying on our part that we were able to support them at this particular juncture. So again, on behalf of my cabinet and all of St. Lucia's, Ambassador, let me reiterate our incredible gratitude for your donation today. And I know that the President Tsai's inauguration is going to be coming up soon, and I wish her and her cabinet all the best, and I look forward to being able to see her either here in St. Lucia or in Taiwan very soon. But again, thank you very much, Ambassador. Thank you. I'm going to present this to you. Come here.
Social distancing, yeah.
Yes.
Does they want to join us? Can I look at the order? Okay, thank you. Oh, it's heavy.
Well, there you have it, a special presentation this morning of 40,000 face masks, 6 sets of thermal imaging body temperature detection systems, and forehead thermometers being donated by the Republic of China, Taiwan, to the government and people of St. Lucia. We are now due for a break. When we come back, we go into the details of that presentation and more. Do stay tuned.
coronavirus? I am worried, Gassa. It's only old people dying from that.
Hold up. Being young does not mean being safe. Yes, it's true that the elderly are at higher risk, but anyone can get the virus. The effect is even worse if you have a chronic condition like hypertension, heart disease, lung disease, and diabetes, or weakness in your immune system. If you are living with these conditions, be extra careful. Wash your hands with soap and water. Use hand sanitizer with at least 60% alcohol when hand washing is not possible. Avoid touching your face. Take steps to boost your immunity through proper nutrition, exercise, rest, and take your medication as prescribed. Limit being around people who have flu symptoms, even close family members. Our health is in our hands. Together, through simple actions, we can stop the spread of coronavirus. This message was brought to you by the Bureau of Health Education of the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Welcome back to the broadcast. This morning we just saw a very special presentation being made as we continue to respond to the COVID-19 crisis here in St. Lucia. Our friends, the government and people of the Republic of China, Taiwan, made a presentation this morning represented by the Ambassador, His Excellency Douglas Chen, to the Honorable Prime Minister of St. Lucia, Alan Chasney, and our Minister for Health, the Senator, the Honorable Mary Isaac. The donation was a follow-up from a donation of cash made by the Republic of China, Taiwan during the telethon. This is the second donation, and now we can see that 40,000 face masks, 6 sets of thermal imaging body temperature detection systems, and forehead thermometers have been now donated. A second donation. This is a second donation being made by the Republic of China, Taiwan. And this morning we had the Minister for Health and Wellness as well as the Honorable Prime Minister expressing gratitude to the Republic of China, Taiwan for their continued assistance and their continued show of care for the people of St. Lucia, especially at this time. The Honorable Prime Minister also made a mention of the technical expertise that is also being imparted by the Republic of China, Taiwan behind the scenes, and also ventured to speak about a special donation that was made to our neighbors in Martinique. There was a particular medicine, a shortage of a particular medicine that was needed in Martinique, and St. Lucia as well as Dominica. They were able to make that donation. They had the capability to make that donation to Martinique, and of course the President there sending his many thanks to the Honorable Prime Minister Alan Chasney. And speaking of such solidarity, we now have over the phone with us Dr. Carleen Radix, the head of health at the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States. Good morning, Dr. Radix. Hello? Good morning, Dr. Radix. Okay, can't seem to hear her. We have online the head of health of the OECS, the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, over the phone with us this morning, Dr. Carleen Radix. Good morning, Dr. Radix.
Good morning. Are you able to hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Wonderful. I'm sure you would have, if you've been following, you would have seen that there was a special presentation made in studio this morning from the Republic of China, Taiwan, and our Prime Minister, the Honorable Alan Chasney, also making special mention of a shortage that was in Martinique, and it being St. Lucia as well as Dominica being able to make that donation to that country, a show of solidarity there. And on that point, in that vein, bringing you on, we know that there was an OECS authority meeting this past Saturday. Can you just give us an update on that proceeding?
Yes, so good morning again, and thanks for having me and allowing us to use this time to give quick updates from the OECS. I must admit that I was not following what must have been a very good presentation this morning from the PM and with regards to the response. So the OECS authority, which is the heads of government of the the different OECS member states did meet over the weekend, and there was generally a sense of optimism with regards to the current situation. The recognition that the measures being taken across the region are beginning to slow the curve, and certainly we've seen what's happening in places like St. Lucia, etc. The number of cases are decreasing and persons are recovering. So it was generally a good sense of the collective approach of the region to this outbreak. There was also a cautious look at preparations. Now we're looking down the road, knowing that there'd be a lot of preparations for any phased approach in terms of when the OECS is able to get back to business. So the recognition that there needs to be a lot of work done, looking at all the processes and protocols that may need to be put in place in various sectors as we consider the future.
Okay, and as I mentioned, the Prime Minister did state briefly the donation that was made to Martinique in lieu of in light of the shortage in that country of a particular medication. Can you speak on that also?
Absolutely, absolutely. And this is an example of the solidarity of the OECS member states. Martinique, as you know, has a significantly more developed health system, and we depend on them at other times in need. And this time, they needed medications related to the number of patients that they had in their intensive care units. You may know that the numbers of cases in Martinique and Guadeloupe have been significantly higher than the English-speaking member states, and they did have a significant burden of patients in their intensive care units and were running out of a specific medication that they needed in order to treat those patients. And Dominica and St. Lucia quickly volunteered to use what they had in supply, which would later be replenished once Martinique received supplies again from France. So it was really significant, a significant contribution, and our colleagues in Martinique were certainly grateful.
Wonderful. Before you leave, can you just tell us about the overall resolve of the authorities in the region? I can imagine it being a very daunting task of trying to contain it, and St. Lucia being able to have all of its cases recovered is certainly a dream, and us being in an enviable position at this time. Can you just tell us about the resolve of the authorities in the region?
Yes, the resolve is strong. I think we need to be proud in this region of the strong leadership, coherent. We've taken significant measures, difficult measures, so I think the leadership has been strong. We've led the way in this process, and we are reaping the benefits of such. And I think they are also resolved in ensuring that as we move forward, all steps are taken to protect the citizenship of the OECS, and also to ensure that we are able to move forward with the economy. So I think resolve is strong, collaboration is strong, and we need to be proud. One community, together we must.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for your time, Dr. Radix, Dr. Colleen Radix. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Goodbye. The head of health there from the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, Dr. Colleen Radix, speaking to us on the recent meeting held with the OECS over the weekend, OECS Authority meeting, as well as bringing into focus the practical example of cooperation during this COVID-19 response, this COVID-19 crisis in relation to assistance being given to Martinique. As you would have heard in the Prime Minister's brief remarks during the presentation of medical supplies from the Republic of China, Taiwan, he did mention that St. Lucia and Dominica were able to come in to the rescue to Martinique, and they were experiencing, there were shortages of a particular medicine, and these two countries, north and south of Martinique, Dominica and St. Lucia, were able to come to their rescue and provide them with the much needed medicine. And I'll hand over to Carlton to just give us a summary of what has just transpired, including the presentation this morning.
Merci encore pour les pinous. Nous ici en headquarters Vermin COVID-19, nous en studio GIS NTN, nous avons dit bonjour encore et merci pour vous qui avez été en écoute, vous qui avez écouté nous sur radio, nous avons dit bonjour avec l'autre pays sur internet là, bonjour dans manière qui est spéciale. Bon matin, chez développement, parmi ou ici nous avons un équipement en présentation en fait diplomatique Taiwan, ambassadeur ici ensemble et puis honorable sénateur honorable Mary Isaac ensemble et puis honorable Alan Chasney premier ministre yo ouvert équipement gouvernement avec Jean Taiwan dans yo kay savent 40 000 masses 6 choix équipement qui a mouché les moun kan troué masse côté nous il est important il cadeau qui te chalet ou ni la fièvre sous la fièvre qui c'est yon c'est signe pour vermin covid là quoi premier ministre là oui surveille il dit ça kay aller pour assister les nous kay pas oui mais qu'on nous a fait préparation pour oui ouvert place là pour vie normal place il dit qu'a identifier qu'on airport place qu'on l'hôpital là équipement ça kay vini yo kay servi équipement ça kay bien important pour nous là quand 40 000 masses 6 c'est équipement ça qui a mucho moun sioni la fièvre là quand troué et kay ça amasser et c'est moun ça à part de ça là ni plusieurs l'autre c'est pitia qui yo paye un meilleur fond kay ça prend la fièvre pour si il ben si toi ben sous ni piècine vermine quoi bien important nous tant les vini pour ministre là santé il était bien plein, il était content, ça c'est sénateur honorable Mary Isaac, il dit content, il était plein parce qu'il dit dans temps qu'on rend tout le monde même ni un problème yo et pour qu'un assistance à Taiwan et bien après ça qui savent il peut aller loin pour assister situation nous ici après ça premier ministre n'a parlé il dit yon a ces bagaille là bien content c'est date qui aujourd'hui nous ça dit parmi yon 3 pays en la terre nous pani pièce la mort et pour date pour à présent ça pas veut dire nous pas kaini et ben la pani nous hani tout monde 15 moun nous tenir yo tout ha oui couvert nous pas personne qui positive des dernières nous tenir test là tout et puis était négatif quand il dit il bien plaît qui content pour ça nous c'est yon dans 3 pays côté pièce la mort tout le monde ja oui couvert 100% quoi ça c'est bonne nouvelle il y a les plus loin oui merci Taiwan pour équipement oui merci yo aussi dit Taiwan ka ban un chay support là il vini pour technical support ambassadeur nous et puis embassy nous ni l'autre pays à Taiwan il dit c'est ba ça monde peut-être pas kay mais oui merci il dit là il vini pour nous simplifier pas du temps Taiwan et de nous il fait exemple il dit tout le monde qui fait il fait mentionner Dominique et puis nous en cette ici assister Martinique qui se voisinage nous là yo te brisé oui mais qui nous même ni quand nous assister yo qui a dit Yannick Kamouché manière c'est ensemble corporation qui a fait nous battre et bien combattre vermin parler de ça parler de corporation parler de vin ensemble ou comme nous parler by docteur Radix c'est lui qui est responsable pour santé là vini pour ces pays OECS là 11 ans tout comme ça cette ici c'est yona di yo il y a parmi ces têtes gouvernement ces premier ministre là pour discuter différentes matières parce que ou kay savent après Covid yo kay ni pour ouvrir ces bonnes avec bagay pas kay vie est normal il y a chaque décision kay ni pour prendre quoi yo te joindre et que c'est un bon bagay docteur Radix dit là yo parler yo observer bagay là on est commencé travail yo même c'est les vini pour pays ces pays a vieux ouvert bon yo nous kay date qui un chaque bagay ni pour mettre en place quand bonjour bagay là commencer bien comme bien dit présentation Taiwan Republic of Taiwan by simplicity 40 000 masses 6 équipement ka mouche moun ka mouche si on est la fièvre pas dit ton tout en bonne et puis en l'autre compagnie ka mouche ça yo ka servir en la mer pour même la fièvre identifier si la fièvre ou yo mettez ça en fond quoi nous ka dit et merci premier ministre a dit il bien plaît il content et il vraie nouvelle by président Taiwan nous ka do monsieur return écoute développement comme on dit ka continuer nous ka continuer ba ou après qu'on nous ni.
Thank you very much, Carlton. The COVID-19 emergency has been approved. The state of emergency extension has been approved in Parliament till May 31st, 2020. We encourage you for this period to continue to observe the protocols. Continue to observe the protocols and stay safe in your going out and coming in. We're due for another break. Do stay tuned. Okay.
Because of how quickly the coronavirus spreads, each new case calls for increased public vigilance. Know what is happening, understand why, and comply. Think of the protocols as war tactics. Personal protection tactics. Keep 6 feet away from others. Avoid riding the bus, gathering on beaches, in bars, and shops. Public protection tactics. Quarantine yourself if you feel fluish in case you have been exposed. Call 311 or a respiratory clinic for advice. Country tactics. Partial lockdown. Supermarkets, small grocers, pharmacies, and ATMs are accessible before curfew. Total lockdown. Everywhere stays closed 24/7 for a stipulated period. Team tactics. Don't only follow the protocols. Be a protocols police. Let's win this.
Together let us win this war. St. Lucia be a soldier. Together we can beat this corona.
It's been a wonderful morning so far. Presentation of 40,000 face masks, Carlton, as well as six sets of thermal imaging body temperature detection system, as well as forehead thermometers being donated by the Republic of China Taiwan to St. Lucia. And we've heard the Minister of Health and Wellness, the Honorable Prime Minister, engaging the ambassador, His Excellency Douglas Chen, expressing their gratitude for today's donation. The second donation so far being made by the Republic of China Taiwan to the people and government of St. Lucia. We want to say a special thanks to them. As we wrap up, we don't have much time left, but as we wrap up, we just want to encourage you to continue to abide by the protocols as outlined under the state of emergency. It continues as approved in Parliament until the 31st of May 2020. And during this time, only essential and approved businesses will be allowed to open. A daily curfew, that continues. It continues to apply from 7 p.m. till 5 a.m. until the 31st of May. Please continue to practice social distancing during this time and frequent personal sanitation. Also remember to wear your respiratory mask when out in public. So that is the word there, the latest advisory coming from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. We continue to re-emphasize, we continue to stress this as we continue our efforts towards managing and containing COVID-19 in St. Lucia.
Bon, just bon, dit ça vitement, moi, il est bien important pour nous savoir. Bon matin, développement, rapport à ça y est, ou qu'ils savent, cette lycée continuer pour ajouter à sous 10 temps curfew, mon supposé était caillou, à présent, ou qu'ils savent, curfew, ça a trouvé quoi ajouter pour les 31 mai, quand il a continué pour les 31 mai, là, il venu pour les curfew, c'était pour 5 heures bon matin, c'était en soir ça y est, pour 5 heures bon matin. Encore, il y a vidéo, on est pour mettre en pratique distance sociale. Si pieds dans l'autre, mettez masse en public, double ou l'œil dans l'autre, continuez à laver la main chaque fois où entrer et sortir, expressément l'orgamen masse aussi. L'autre information qu'ils savent, à présent, permission qu'ils baillent pour business qui a un computer, laptop, c'est équipement électronique ça, mais changer département commerce qui a dit ou supposé à présent faire application les vini pour ça application ou peut faire la yo ban nous adresse là commerce.gov.tw LLC ou ni pour une permission ça bien important pour vous faire. Quand nous avons été sauve nous entend état de secours toujours nous avons dit et tout le monde zoé pas qu'à hopper tête comme toujours qu'a dit ici 20 minutes pas qu'à marcher c'est où qu'à marcher quoi ou était caillou sous pas pour sortir pas sortir ni en bonne journée tout bonnement.
Thank you, Carlton. It's all the time we have for now. Thank you for watching the St. Lucia COVID-19 response report for this morning. Do enjoy the rest of your day and stay tuned to NTN for more local programming.